Carl Sagan said, "We are star stuff." But what does that really mean? Every breath you take brings billions of atoms into your lungs. Each of these atoms was born in stars trillions of miles away. Right now, atoms from Julius Caesar's last breath might be in your body. This sounds poetic, I know. Carl Sagan's beautiful words, cosmic romanticism. But this isn't just metaphor. This is verifiable, measurable, hard scientific fact. Every atom in your body, the calcium in your fingers, the carbon in your brain, the iron in your blood, the phosphorus in your bones, all were forged in stellar cores. And this is perhaps the most magnificent story the universe has to tell. Because 13.8 billion years ago, right after the Big Bang, the universe was chemically incredibly simple. Hot, dense, but made of almost nothing. No carbon existed. No oxygen existed. No iron existed. Only hydrogen and helium with traces of lithium. That's it. Everything else, the entire periodic table, was created later in the hearts of dying stars. Think about this for a moment. Everything you see around you right now, your computer, your coffee cup, the walls, the windows, the very air you breathe, all made of atoms that didn't exist at the Big Bang. They were created over billions of years in the nuclear furnaces of stars. Stars are the universe's element factories, massive cosmic forges, and you are the product of their ancient alchemy. 4.6 billion years ago, in a quiet corner of our galaxy, a massive molecular gas cloud began its slow collapse under its own gravity. Mostly hydrogen, some helium, trace amounts of lithium left over from the Big Bang. Cold, dark, silent. As this cloud compressed over millions of years, its core began to heat up. At 10 million degrees Celsius, something extraordinary happened. Nuclear fusion ignited. Hydrogen nuclei, just protons, began fusing together through a series of reactions to create helium. In this process, according to Einstein's famous EMC quadrate, a tiny amount of mass converted to tremendous energy. This energy pushed outward, balancing gravity's inward pull. A star was born. Our sun formed exactly this way. For the past 4.6 billion years, 600 million tons of hydrogen per second have been converting to helium in the sun's core. This process converts 4 million tons of matter to pure energy every second, radiating into space, making all life on Earth possible. But our sun is actually a small, modest star. Throughout the galaxy, there are stars 8 times more massive, 20 times, even 100 times more massive. These giant stars burn much hotter and faster, and they do far more than convert hydrogen to helium. When massive stars exhaust their hydrogen fuel, they don't just fade away. Their cores contract and heat up even more. At 100 million degrees, helium nuclei begin fusing through the triple alpha process. 3 helium nuclei combining with incredible precision to create carbon-12. But here's what should blow your mind. This process is extraordinarily delicate. If carbon-12's energy level were just 1% different, carbon couldn't form at all. No carbon means no life as we know it. No DNA, no proteins, no you. Fred Hoyle, the British astronomer who discovered this process, was stunned by its precision. A superintelligence has monkeyed with physics, as well as chemistry and biology, he said. The conditions needed for carbon production seem almost impossibly fine-tuned for life. These massive stars continue the nuclear assembly line, burning heavier and heavier elements. Carbon burning creates neon and magnesium. Neon burning produces oxygen and silicon. Silicon burning creates iron, nickel, cobalt. Each stage burns hotter, faster, more violently than the last. Hydrogen burning can last billions of years. Silicon burning, just a few days. Finally, inevitably, the star's core fills with iron-56. Iron is special in nuclear physics. It's the most stable nucleus. You can release energy by fusing lighter elements up to iron. You can release energy by splitting elements heavier than iron. But iron itself is the nuclear dead end. Fusing iron requires more energy than it produces. For a massive star, this is catastrophic. Suddenly, no more energy is being generated in the core. The nuclear fire that has burned for millions of years goes out. Gravity, held at bay for so long, finally wins. And what happens next is one of the most violent events in the universe. The star's iron core collapses. In less than a second, a core the size of Earth collapses to the size of Manhattan. The density becomes so extreme that protons and electrons are crushed together into neutrons. A teaspoon of this neutron matter would weigh 1 billion tons. When nuclear forces finally halt this collapse, there's a tremendous rebound. A shock wave races outward from the core at thousands of miles per second, carrying the kinetic energy of the collapse. This shock wave blasts through the star's outer layers, ejecting them into space at incredible velocities. This is a core collapse supernova. The energy released is almost incomprehensible. In just 10 seconds, the supernova produces more energy than our sun will generate in its entire 10 billion year lifetime. And in that incredible nuclear furnace of temperature and pressure, something miraculous happens. Elements heavier than iron are finally created. Gold, silver, platinum, uranium, forged in the death throes of massive stars. The gold in your wedding ring, the silver in your electronics, the uranium in nuclear reactors, all created in supernova explosions billions of years ago. In 2017, the LIGO gravitational wave detectors observed something extraordinary. 2 neutron stars, the collapsed cores of dead massive stars, spiraling into each other and merging. This cosmic collision was so violent that it produced about 10 Earth masses worth of pure gold, scattered throughout space. These events happen once every 100,000 years in a galaxy like ours. These stellar explosions, supernovae and neutron star mergers, scatter their newly minted elements throughout the galaxy. Carbon and oxygen forged during the star's lifetime, iron created in its final days, gold and platinum created in its death throes, all cast into the cosmic wind. For millions of years, these elements drift through space as cosmic dust. Eventually, gravity gathers them into new molecular clouds. When these enriched clouds collapse, they form new stars, but now these stars contain heavy elements, the ingredients for rocky planets, the ingredients for life. Our solar system is what astronomers call population I, meaning it's enriched with heavy elements from previous stellar generations. When our solar nebula collapsed 4.6 billion years ago, it contained not just hydrogen and helium, but carbon, oxygen, silicon, iron, everything needed to build a world like Earth. Now take a deep breath, really deep. The oxygen atoms flowing into your lungs right now were forged in the core of a massive star billions of years ago. When that star exploded as a supernova, these oxygen atoms were blasted into space, drifted for eons, then incorporated into our solar system. For the past 4.6 billion years, these oxygen atoms have been cycling through Earth's systems. They've been in oceans, locked in rocks, part of countless organisms. Maybe they were in a Tyrannosaurus rex's lungs 100 million years ago. Maybe they were photosynthesized by carboniferous forests 300 million years ago. Maybe they've been breathed by trilobites, dinosaurs, early mammals, your own ancestors. Right now, in this moment, they're in your lungs. These atoms have traveled literally trillions of miles over billions of years to participate in this moment of your existence. When you exhale, they'll continue their cosmic journey. The carbon in your body tells an equally remarkable story. Every neuron in your brain, every protein in your muscles, every strand of DNA in your cells is built on a carbon backbone. These carbon atoms were created through that incredibly precise triple alpha process in stellar cores, scattered by dying stars, then organized through billions of years of evolution into the complex molecules that make you. Think about this. A carbon atom formed in a dying star 7 billion years ago might right now be part of a neuron in your brain, helping you process these very words. That atom has journeyed across the galaxy, survived the formation of our solar system, the emergence of life on Earth, 4 billion years of evolution, countless generations of organisms, to be here now as part of your consciousness. The calcium in your bones was forged in massive stars through oxygen-neon fusion at temperatures of 600 million degrees. The iron in your blood was created during silicon burning at temperatures exceeding 3 billion degrees. Now that iron sits at the center of hemoglobin molecules, carrying oxygen from your lungs to every cell in your body, star stuff carrying life-giving oxygen for star stuff. Even the trace elements tell cosmic stories. The zinc in your immune system, the iodine in your thyroid, the selenium in your antioxidants, all forged in stellar nucleosynthesis. You are literally made of processed starlight, organized into the most complex structure we know of, a living conscious human being. And here's one of Carl Sagan's most beautiful insights, the Julius Caesar connection. When Caesar was assassinated on the Ides of March in 44 BCE, he drew his final breath in the Roman Senate. That breath contained approximately 2.2 cups of 0.122 atoms. Those atoms mixed into the atmosphere and have been circulating ever since. You breathe about 550 liters of air each day, containing roughly 10,022 atoms. After 2,000 years of atmospheric mixing, the mathematics is clear. You're almost certainly breathing atoms from Caesar's last breath right now. And not just Caesar, atoms from Gandhi's final words, from Shakespeare's inspired soliloquies, from Einstein's breakthrough thoughts. You are connected through the very air you breathe to every human who has ever lived. Your body's elemental composition directly mirrors the cosmic abundance created by stellar nucleosynthesis. 65% oxygen, 18% carbon, 10% hydrogen, 3% nitrogen. This isn't random. It reflects how easily these elements are produced in stellar cores. Heavy elements like gold are rare because they require the most extreme cosmic violence to create. But here's the truly mind-blowing realization. You are not just made of star stuff. You are star stuff that has become aware of itself. For 13.8 billion years after the Big Bang, the universe existed without consciousness. There were atoms, stars, planets, complex chemistry, but nothing that could think, wonder, or know. Then, 3.8 billion years ago, something extraordinary happened. Simple organic molecules began organizing themselves into self-replicating systems. Life began. Through billions of years of evolution, these systems became increasingly complex. Single cells became multicellular organisms. Nervous systems developed. Brains evolved. Consciousness emerged. You are the culmination of this process. You are star stuff that has organized itself into the most complex structure we know of, a conscious, thinking, feeling human being. Every thought you think is the coordinated dance of billions of atoms. Your capacity to love, to wonder, to create art and music and science, all emerges from elements forged in stellar furnaces. Carl Sagan captured this beautifully. The cosmos is within us. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the universe to know itself. This isn't just poetry, it's literal truth. Through your eyes, the universe sees itself. Through your mind, the universe contemplates its own existence. From this perspective, every human being becomes precious beyond measure. We are all made of the same stellar ashes, forged in the same cosmic furnaces. The stranger on the street, people in distant countries you'll never meet, they're all your atomic relatives, sharing this incredible cosmic heritage. When you die, the atoms that make up your body don't disappear. They'll return to the earth, enter new cycles, become part of new life. In a very real sense, you are physically immortal. The stuff you are made of will persist for billions of years, taking on new forms, new arrangements, new possibilities. This cosmic perspective transforms how we think about our existence. You're not just an individual human being living for 80 or 90 years. You're a temporary arrangement of ancient star stuff, a brief moment in the universe's ongoing story of complexity and consciousness. Look at your hands right now. Really look at them. They're not just flesh and bone. They contain calcium forged in stellar cores, iron from supernova explosions, carbon from precise nuclear processes. They represent 13.8 billion years of cosmic evolution, matter that has organized itself into something that can reach out and touch the world, create art, comfort others, build tools that let us explore the universe itself. Take another breath. Feel those oxygen atoms entering your lungs, gifts from long-dead stars, temporary visitors cycling through your body before continuing their cosmic journey. Remember, you are those atoms. You are star stuff. You are the universe experiencing itself in human form. We are not separate from the cosmos. We are the cosmos, the iron in our blood, the calcium in our bones, the thoughts in our minds, all products of stellar alchemy. We are the universe's way of knowing itself, matter achieving consciousness, star stuff awakening to its own magnificent nature. In Carl Sagan's unforgettable words, the cosmos is all that is or was or ever will be. Our contemplations of the cosmos stir us. There is a tingling in the spine, a catch in the voice, a faint sensation as if a distant memory of falling from a great height. We know we are approaching the greatest of mysteries. That mystery is consciousness itself. That mystery is you. Star stuff, awakened to its own cosmic heritage, capable of wonder, love and understanding. You are the universe dreaming of itself, matter contemplating its own existence, 13.8 billion years of cosmic evolution achieving self-awareness, and that is the most magnificent thing we know. 4.6 billion years ago, in a quiet corner of space, a massive gas cloud began collapsing under its own gravity. As it compressed, the core heated up. At 10 million degrees, nuclear fusion ignited. Hydrogen nuclei began fusing into helium, releasing tremendous energy. A star was born. Our sun formed this way. For 4.6 billion years, 600 million tons of hydrogen per second have been converting to helium in the sun's core. This process converts 4 million tons of matter to pure energy every second, powering all life on Earth. But massive stars do far more. When they exhaust their hydrogen, they burn helium to create carbon through the triple alpha process, 3 helium nuclei fusing with incredible precision. This process is so delicate that if carbon's energy level were just 1% different, carbon couldn't form. No carbon means no life. Fred Hoyle noticed this precision and said it seemed like a superintelligence has monkeyed with physics. The conditions for carbon production appear fine-tuned for life itself. These massive stars continue burning heavier elements. Carbon creates neon and magnesium. Neon creates oxygen and silicon. Silicon creates iron. Each stage burns hotter and faster than the last. Hydrogen burning lasts billions of years. Silicon burning, just days. Finally, the star's core fills with iron. The nuclear dead end. No more energy can be generated. Gravity wins. The core collapses in less than a second from Earth size to city size. The density becomes so extreme that protons and electrons crush together into neutrons. When nuclear forces finally halt this collapse, there's a tremendous rebound. A shockwave races outward at thousands of miles per second, blasting the star's outer layers into space. This is a supernova, releasing more energy in seconds than our sun will produce in its entire 10 billion year lifetime. In that incredible furnace, elements heavier than iron are finally created. Gold, silver, platinum, uranium, forged in stellar death. The gold in your wedding ring was created in such an explosion billions of years ago. In 2017, LIGO detected 2 neutron stars colliding, producing 10 Earth masses worth of gold scattered throughout space. These cosmic catastrophes happen once every 100,000 years in galaxies like ours. These explosions scatter newly minted elements throughout the galaxy. When our solar system formed 4.6 billion years ago, it incorporated these stellar ashes, carbon, oxygen, iron, gold, all the elements needed for rocky planets and life. Now take a deep breath. The oxygen atoms entering your lungs were forged in a massive star billions of years ago. When that star exploded, these atoms were blasted into space, drifted for eons, then incorporated into Earth's atmosphere. For billions of years, these oxygen atoms have cycled through Earth's systems. They've been in oceans, rocks, countless organisms. Maybe they were in a T-Rex's lungs, in carboniferous forests, in your ancestors. Now they're in you. The carbon in your body tells the same story. Every neuron, every protein, every DNA strand is carbon-based. These atoms were created through that precise triple alpha process, scattered by dying stars, then organized through evolution into the complex molecules that make you. Even your trace elements have cosmic stories. The calcium in your bones was forged at 600 million degrees in stellar cores. The iron in your blood was created in a star's final days at 3 billion degrees. Now it carries oxygen through your body. Star stuff serving star stuff. And here's Carl Sagan's beautiful insight. When Julius Caesar died in 44 BCE, his final breath contained about 1022 atoms. You breathe roughly that many atoms daily. After 2,000 years of atmospheric mixing, you're almost certainly breathing atoms from Caesar's last breath right now. Not just Caesar. Atoms from Gandhi, Shakespeare, Einstein, your grandmother. You're connected through breath to every human who ever lived. We are all exchanging atoms constantly, rebuilding ourselves while maintaining the pattern we call you. Your elemental composition mirrors cosmic abundance: 65% oxygen, 18% carbon, 10% hydrogen, 3% nitrogen. This reflects how easily these elements form in stellar cores. Heavy elements like gold are rare because they require extreme cosmic violence to create. But here's the mind-blowing truth. You're not just made of star stuff. You are star stuff that became aware of itself. For 13.8 billion years, the universe existed without consciousness. Then life began, evolved complexity, and created you. Every thought is billions of atoms dancing in coordination. Your capacity to love, wonder, create, all emerges from elements forged in stellar furnaces. You are matter that can contemplate its own existence. Carl Sagan captured this perfectly. We are made of star stuff. We are a way for the universe to know itself. Through your eyes, the universe sees itself. Through your mind, it contemplates its own existence. You are the universe becoming conscious. From this perspective, every human becomes precious. We're all forged in the same cosmic furnaces, made of the same stellar ashes. Every person is your atomic relative, sharing this incredible cosmic heritage. When you die, your atoms don't disappear. They'll return to Earth, enter new cycles, become part of new life. You are physically immortal. Your atoms will persist for billions of years, taking new forms, new arrangements. This transforms how we think about existence. You're not just an individual living 80-90 years. You're ancient star stuff, a temporary arrangement in the universe's ongoing story of complexity and consciousness. Look at your hands. They contain calcium forged in stellar cores, iron from supernova explosions, carbon from precise nuclear processes. They represent 13.8 billion years of cosmic evolution, matter organized into something that can reach out and touch the world. Take another breath. Feel those oxygen atoms, gifts from long-dead stars, temporary visitors cycling through your body. Remember, you are those atoms. You are star stuff. You are the universe experiencing itself in human form. We are not separate from the cosmos. We are the cosmos. The iron in our blood, the calcium in our bones, the thoughts in our minds, all products of stellar alchemy. We are the universe's way of knowing itself, matter achieving consciousness, star stuff awakening to its own magnificent nature. In Carl Sagan's words, the cosmos is all that is or was or ever will be. Our contemplations of the cosmos stir us. There is a tingling in the spine, a catch in the voice, a faint sensation of falling from a great height. We know we are approaching the greatest of mysteries. That mystery is consciousness itself. That mystery is you. Star stuff awakened to its own cosmic heritage, capable of wonder, love, and understanding. You are the universe dreaming of itself, and that dream is magnificent.